Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today it's upon us, the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming around the corner. I decided to buy a fryer. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the fryer. If you're not familiar with fryers or frying a turkey, look it up. It's a really delicious turkey to cook in the fryer. Yearly, I smoke my turkey every year. This year, I decided to do a smoked turkey and a fried turkey. So let's talk about the fryer here in front of us. Now, the value was $130. This could be found in many locations. It could be found in Costco. It could be found in a hardware store. It could be by Lowe's, Home Depot, and other facilities. Especially in Amazon, you can find this stuff. Now, we're going to talk about this machine here because it has a safe mechanism. So it's safe to fry a turkey because people are afraid of frying turkeys, and most of the times because there's accidents, and if you overflow the oil, it starts a fire instantly. Now this one has a lot of features that I like, proper security features, so in case something ever like that happens, it shuts itself off. It completely stops any oil leaking, over draining actually over the system. So let's take a look at it. Let's open it out right in front of you, and you guys let me know what you guys think. Now that we got rid of the box was the hardest thing, so I couldn't fit the box in myself, remove this whole thing. So I ended up removing the box, shaking it back, and putting it down, dropping it down. So let's see what you get. First of all, this is valuable. I mean, you're gonna read about this from one cover to the other, and you got to. If you own something like this, and your life depends on it, or your house depends on it, please view the instructions and the video included. Now the video has a lot of recipes itself too, and instructions and warning about how to use this properly. So please consult your manual when you open this before you even start using it. First thing, line of defense, your manual. And if you're missing parts, there's a number here you could call. They'll send you the parts replacement. Now, if you purchase this under the Costco, you could actually insure this too. And Costco has a great insurance plan where you pay $50 per 2 years, and if it breaks down or something happens within that 2 years, they'll replace it, no questions asked, to the similar model or better model if it's not available. Now, why I'm telling you to consult your manual is because there's a lot of problems with these things. I mean, this is very dangerous to just fry a turkey on your backyard or in your house. In fact, I'm not guaranteeing I'm gonna put this inside my house and fry the turkey inside my house. So I'm gonna leave it and cook it outside my house. Even though I trust the machine that has fail mechanism, I still don't want to fry the turkey in my house. If something goes wrong, it's gonna happen in the backyard, not in my house. So if you value your stuff, try it out first. Get familiar with it. For your first year, I would try it maybe outside somewhere where it's going to be a shelter. Maybe if it's raining, you have to do it, make sure that it's indoors. But if it's not raining, it's a beautiful sunny day, or winter, or whatever time it is, do it for the first time. Try it outside, not in your home. That's my recommendation. That's the only thing I would say if you're ever going to try something like this. So let's go ahead and unwrap it. So here, the first thing we see, let me turn it around for you guys. It's a beautiful model. It's beautiful. Now they have different colors. They have red ones, blue ones, and stainless. The stainless pretty much is just like the cover itself. Now let's open it up because basically you get all the rest of utilities inside the systems because they want to fit more, cramp more stuff for you inside. So here are the pretty much the controls. And there's 1 or 2 buttons. There's a timer system. Now, this thing is made for a 16 to 20 pound turkey. Anything higher than that, don't recommend you. The manual says that, hey, keep it within that weight limit because after that, there's different consequences. You go have problems. Turkey not fitting in, something's happening, something might not get cooked right. So, like I said, consult your manual and the DVD before you start cooking any of this stuff. Now, a 20-pound turkey is pretty big. You know, 14 to 20 pounds is still big enough for one family. Now, the timer consists of minutes, and it also has a degree temperature reader here. Now, the reader is part of the timer that you're going to set up. You could go digitally, and it tells you exactly how much time you kind of need, what the temperature you're going to require. Now, this system's a heater. it heats a copper rod, and the rod kind of heats whatever substance you have, either water or oil. Now, when you're gonna fry a turkey, you're gonna use oil, of course. But if you're gonna do a shrimp oil, you use water. And this is also a dual system where you could shrimp oil and use it for turkey frying, all right? So if you wanna fry other things, you know, corn dogs, your Twinkies, for example, or other things, that you can use this machine, fries and all sorts of things. So let's take a look at it and let's open it up, see what you also get, right? Now this is a great accessory. So they give you heavy duty gloves. These are not just your regular gloves that you get on the store. These are heavy duty gloves that you use to any fryer professional out there in the industry would use these kind of gloves. And these gloves are made just for this kind of events. Let me see. These frying turkey gloves are made for not just any heat preventing stain or jumping out water or boiling or anything like that. These are actually fireproof. They're pretty hard, tough, and they're really pretty awesome little gloves. They're very comfortable. Now the gloves are just made so you could grab the fryer pan out and take it out with the turkey and everything stripping. You don't have a problem because these will prevent you from burning or having any damage to your hands. But don't recommend you leaving it in there for a couple hours or minutes or whatever. This is only for an instant grab. Just grab it, take it out, and put it on. Now, this is a great addition for if you're gonna own this machine and you're gonna fry stuff. Great addition. This is a must, because if you don't have this, make sure you have something to take out the rod and pull the whole thing out, because the pot is pretty heavy. So you're gonna need 2 hands maybe. That's why it comes with 2 gloves. So this is a great addition here. Now another thing that they included, the injector. Not a lot of things come with injectors these days, but they know you're gonna want to inject your turkey, and they know this thing is made for a turkey. So that's why it's pretty much they include the injector. Great addition, a thermometer. Of course, you want to read the oil system. You want to read the oil that's in the system itself. You want to read the temperature on the turkey itself too also. Now this is a great addition that it's also built in here too, but this will tell you more accurate. So once you put this in there and extend it, you try it out, test it out, it'll come back with the reading. So great plus. Of course, this comes with a protector. Of course, you go hang this on your shirt or somewhere. It's a little clip, and then you got the actual clip where you actually inject the turkey, see if you're in the right temperature. Now, for cooking the turkey, there's different temperatures, different ways of doing it. Consult the manual or the recipes before you continue on in cooking the turkey. The range to cook a turkey on a fryer depends on the turkey size. So maximum of an hour and a half to an hour, you know, so that's where kind of it balances out where it's cooked, the turkey. It normally takes an hour for a fried turkey these days, but consult your manual and also the recipe before you continue on. I'm not the cook here, you are gonna be, so make sure you protect yourself and you do it the proper way. Now they give you a couple of tools in here too. They give you a handle, so you could grab the handle from the turkey itself and bring it back up. I'm going to demonstrate exactly how it's used. The power cord itself, do not use this. This is very valuable, very useful for this the whole thing to work. So make sure you take care of that. Now they also give you a draining pipe here, and I'm going to show you exactly what to use this system for. So you got to make sure that you know and you're aware of how to use this, because this is one way you're gonna drain the oil out after it's done. And you can't just toss the oil anywhere. You gotta make sure you recycle it in the right proper way. A lot of these places that recycle this kind of oil will take it from, say a fast food place, they have a way to recycle the oil. They have barrels. Maybe you could go in there and donate the extra oil, because that oil gets recycled. Another place that is taking the oil, this kind of oil substance, is auto zone or auto part places too. So if you don't have no place to dispose of this, find it, look around it, but don't empty in the sink. This is not very healthy for the environment. So make sure you properly end up disposing of the oil. So let's go ahead and review a couple of these items in here. Here's the actual turkey pot that we're talking about, and here's the handle that we're talking about. So once you grab the turkey, you basically have to maneuver yourself into the area, pick up the turkey, and it hangs. This is what's pretty much avoiding all the oil. This is how you lift it up, all right? This is a great addition that they have in there. If you're gonna do shrimp oil or you're gonna do fried turkey, and you don't want to make sure any of the oil or the water splashes on you, because if it does, you need to go to emergency after a while. So make sure that you are properly secure. Bring up the turkey pretty heavy. You bring it up by yourself or with two people wearing a glove each, but that's what it is for. You, with the addition of the glove, an extra safety precaution, this is a great plus thing. So let's go ahead and put it back, and let's go ahead and talk about the machine itself. So here's the machine. I'm going to talk a little bit of details about the machine. The machine is made pretty awesome little machine. It looks very, very friendly to use, very easy to use, but there's additional security things that you need to know about these things. In case you're ever try to, you know, not do a turkey and you're afraid of using it, like I said, always start outside. Don't do it inside your house. That's what I recommend you. Now, first of all, the most important thing is the heating bed, and the heating bed is this additional system right here. And I'm gonna pull it out here and demonstrate exactly how it works. Now, the heating bed itself, it's all the it's an additional to this pot, because you could use the pot for anything. It's like you could use it for a cooler, you could use it for all sorts of things. It retains pretty much a heat and anything that you put in here too. It could be ice too, like I said. Now this heating system is pretty neat because of course you will need to plug it in. This is where you actually plug in the actual power plug right here in this section right here, and the timer, the power, and it's ready. And it says ready, listo. It means ready. Listo, it means Spanish, done, ready. And now there is a rail system here that actually attaches to this whole system here, and when you drop it in, it has to lock in. It locks in automatically. Make sure that is properly locked in. Like I said, if you don't understand this stuff, make sure you consult your manual. Now, a great addition to the system, there's a temperature reader here to monitor the oil substance to see how hot it is too. So in addition with that, here's the heating bed itself. It's all plugged in and it all goes to the same system. Now, once we're going to put this on the side so you guys can see some more stuff on it. This is a great thing about this whole system, because once you're done with the turkey, you want to be able to cook. You want to be able to reuse this again. You want to make sure you could properly take it out. Of course, you got a little bend it down. Take it out, and you're going to have to clean it up. First time using, make sure you wash it before you use it, because there's a lot of dust. These systems sit somewhere in a warehouse or somewhere. Particles go in here. Make sure you wash it before. Or what you can do is test run it with hot water. So add water into the system, turn it on. Hot water will start boiling, and it's going to kill all the substances that are bad. So my recommendation, run it with hot water first, dry it up, and then when you're ready for the turkey, follow the instructions. Now there is a draining pipe here. Great addition to the draining pipe right here. This system actually unlocks here, and you want to stretch it out. That's what this is for. You pretty much twist it in there. Twist it down. Knob is to close and lock. Open, close, open and close. So when you're ready to recycle the oil, you can put it back in the same substance that it came on and put it all in there, drain it back in there. So like I said, test run it with the hot water. It's a great addition to make sure you know your machine before you start using it. And with hot water, it's pretty safe, pretty inconvenient to you start using it. So you don't have to spend money on it the first time. So you could do your test run. Do it with the hot water. Try with some, boil some shrimp, boil something in there, eggs or something, whatever it is for your first time test running. Make sure you do the test before you actually start using this stuff. Now this pot is pretty big. It could take more than 20 pounds, but it's not made for more than 20 pounds. So you want to make sure you have the limitation. Now, when you actually fill this up, you don't fill it all the way. There's a way you have to fill up the system where the whole turkey fits in there. That's why I'm telling you, read the recipe, read the pounds that you need, and make sure you follow the instructions before you go in depth and start looking into how to use it. And make sure you know how to use it. Like I said, best proper way, boil hot water. You can't go wrong with boiling hot water. And at the same time, you're going to clean it up pretty much. So let's go ahead and bring the camera closer so you can see more details. Here's pretty much the pot from the outside. It's a really great stainless system. I used one before in the past. I used the old-fashioned one, but this one is just like beautiful. The way the color itself, it's a midnight blue color. That's what it's called, midnight blue color. So beautiful color in it. I love the whole substance. The whole base is ready to set up. It's all plastic in the bottom. It's all stainless the top, of course, and then it has little drain areas in case you overflow some of the oil in here. And of course, the system is made to shut down if it over prevents the stuff. Now, putting it in, it's a little pain in the ass because you gotta bend it down a little bit. Once you bend it down, it pretty much goes all the way down the bottom. Now, it's set up already. It's ready to go. And pretty much we need the rail system to come in here, and also in top of the rail system there has to be the heating bed itself. So let's go ahead and set it up again. You find your way in there, you find it locks it in, and it pretty much sets and settles down. Once it settles down, it doesn't touch the bottom of it, of course, because this whole thing heats up. This whole system heats up in the bottom of it. You plug it in on the right hand side here, of course. Timer temperature goes here. Like I said, per pound, you got to make sure you read the instructions how much you're going to end up cooking. Experiment with it. Use the water substance. Now, we are going to add everything in here that we need in here. So once we set it up, once we set up this fryer, it's pretty much when you're dropping the turkey in, of course, here's where the turkey actually fries completely. It goes under. And this is what you do. But when you're ready to lift it up and drain some of the turkey oil, bring it up, and there's a little hook on the edge, and you lock it in there, and it hangs. The turkey pretty much hangs in here, hanging onto this hook itself. Well, that concludes the Butterball setup and the whole installation and all the substance you get and all the hardware you get in here. Now, my recommendation, like I said, again, I'm going to emphasize again, practice with it. Boil some water. Make sure you know how much it takes to heat up. Normally it takes like an hour, half an hour to an hour, depending on the amount of water you install in here. So make sure you consult, like I said, your manual before you continue on. Set it up where you're gonna know how much oil you're gonna fit in here for the turkey. You pretty much have to test these out before you actually open it up and run, because when you buy this stuff, you gotta sanitize it first. And like I said, boiling water is a recommendation. It also says that in the manual too. So one great thing about this system, it's very compact, very small, very easy to place away. Do not throw the box away. You want to make sure you want to put this back in the box, and make sure you want to put it somewhere that it's not going to be damaged or it's not going to be scratched, because it's a beautiful color that you want to have on forever. And you want to keep it ongoing. Maybe you could fry 2 or 3 turkeys a day, or maybe some people are going to come over and say, hey, can you fry my turkey? You know, it only takes an hour on some of these turkeys to fry. There's other things you can fry. It's not just turkeys, but there's ham, there's other substances you can do, other foods that you can do. Now, the best and most popular is a turkey. I said that's what they made this for. So it's an electrical fryer, great to have indoors for a cold day, or like I said, summer's coming, shrimp boil you can do. So I'm your host, Frank the Tank. You've been watching Upgrade, and please don't forget to subscribe to Upgrade. Out. Welcome to Upgrade. I'm your host, Frank the Tank, and today it's upon us, the holidays, Thanksgiving's coming around the corner. I decided to buy a fryer. So we're going to talk about a little bit of the fryer. If you're not familiar with fryers or frying a turkey, look it up. It's a really delicious turkey to cook in the fryer. Yearly, I smoke my turkey every year. This year, I decided to do a smoked turkey and a fried turkey. So let's talk about the fryer here in front of us. Now, the value was $130. This could be found in many locations. It could be found in Costco. It could be found in a hardware store. It could be by Lowe's, Home Depot, and other facilities. Especially in Amazon, you can find this stuff. Now, we're going to talk about this machine here because it has a safe mechanism. So it's safe to fry a turkey, because people are afraid of frying turkeys, and most of the times because there's accidents, and if you overflow the oil, it starts a fire instantly. Now this one has a lot of features that I like, proper security features, so in case something ever like that happens, it shuts itself off It completely stops any oil leaking, over draining actually over the system. So let's take a look at it. Let's open it out right in front of you, and you guys let me know what you guys think. Now that we got rid of the box was the hardest thing, so I couldn't fit the box in myself, remove this whole thing. So I ended up removing the box, shaking it back, and putting it down, dropping it down. So let's see what you get. First of all, this is valuable. I mean, you're gonna read about this from one cover to the other, and you gotta, if you own something like this and your life depends on it or your house depends on it, please